Hi everyone, Ken Mostek of Ken Mostek Photography. Welcome to 2020. Can you believe it? 2020. I can't believe it. It feels like just the other day it was the year 2000. I was a news photographer. I had just moved to Denver and was covering stories on the millennial and computers crashing and all of that good stuff. Man, 20 years. Where did that go, huh? So with it being the new year, I've been going through a lot of my photos lately that I've taken in the past year, and I really wanted to kind of show you some of my favorites. Of course, you know, like asking somebody who's your favorite child, I mean, you can't really pick one because, I mean, come on. I like them all, right? But I had some great stories this year. I got to meet so many fantastic people and get to tell their stories through photos. And so I wanted to, I went back and I looked through them, and, you know, it's hard to pick a favorite, but I was able to come down to my top eight photos. And so I kind of wanted to share those with you and just see what you think. Now, I do all types of different photography. Of course, doing pets is my absolute favorite. And I have a lot of different clients. So not everybody's going to make it into this video, unfortunately. But I did want to start with some landscape photo, but landscape photos of a different kind. And this was just kind of a personal project that I wanted to do. Back in January of 2019, we had the super blood wolf moon. And here in Colorado, it was perfect. I mean, it was clear. We could see it really well. I drove west of here, not too far, probably about 10 miles or so. Didn't even get up into the mountains, just kind of right on the foothills there, right along Highway 93. And hi, you're interested too? You want to help me? Yeah, that's Marianne. That's Marianne, my cat. All right, come on. Yeah, okay, yeah. Sorry about that. I went out to this spot where I had shot a scene for a movie that I had done a few years ago, and I had always remembered this spot, and I just loved it. It was really cool. It's right on the side of the road, just as the eclipse is happening, where the sun is behind the earth, which is causing the colors on the moon. You get that really cool brightness, a little bit of glare off of there. I just love it. And then this photo is a wide shot of where I was at, and you can see the rock structure that's in front of you. I'm just standing on the side of the road. I just pulled over. In fact, 4 or 5 other people pulled over just to see what I was doing and to check it out. It was really cool. I tried to do some light painting in some of my photos on these wider shots. The problem was that it was so wide in that area, and that rock was so huge, I couldn't light up the whole thing with just a little flashlight. But I got lucky. I got really lucky. Because I was on the side of the road, in one of the photos that I was taking for 20 seconds, a car had come by. And that gave me just enough light on those hills and in the reeds in that area to make this fantastic photo. I couldn't believe it. I got so lucky. So second on my list for my favorite photos, and of course these are in no order. I really don't have a favorite over the other one. They're in no order, but I just kind of put them how I wanted to see them. Back in August of 2019, I got to travel to Pierre, South Dakota. I've got some friends up there. And I thought while I was there, you know, Pierre's a relatively small town, and they don't have a whole lot of pet photography going on up there. They have fabulous photographers who do senior photos and weddings and things like that. But pet photography is really kind of a special thing. And so I thought while I was there, I wanted to hold an event for people to come out and get pictures of their pets taken. And so I partnered with Drifters Bar and Grill there in Pierre. Fantastic place. Go check them out. They're great. I'll put a link in the description below for them. So in the afternoon, about 2-3 o'clock, these rain clouds moved in over Pierre. And I thought for sure we were in trouble. Our event started at like 5 o'clock. And so I thought, there's no way we're going to do this. Nobody's going to show up. I mean, who wants to take photos of their pets in the rain? Again, we got really lucky. Mother Nature watched out for us. We got really lucky. Storm passed through in about half an hour, took off. And then we ended up with an evening with not a cloud in the sky. So the place that we were doing the photography is right on the Missouri River. Perfect spot, great area. They had this great open area with grass. We had the beautiful blue waters of the Missouri right behind us. It was perfect. It was absolutely perfect. And we had a whole bunch of people show up. And so out of all those photos that I took, this is one of my favorite ones. This is actually Sergeant Pepper. And Sergeant Pepper was this great bulldog. I mean, just so much fun. I mean, look at all that muscle on him. And I just love the bridge in the background. I love the light coming in on him. It was great. It was so much fun. And he's such a great dog. So one of the things that I provide in my photography business is, of course, senior photos. A lot of photographers do senior photos, and it's really fun to do. These are just a few of the photos that I took this year of a couple of seniors. I got to go out to Watkins, Colorado to take some photos. We found a really cool sunflower field and took some photos there. We found some cool old barns to take some photos of. For Brylin, we went out to Bar Lake State Park. Absolutely beautiful. And got some great shots of her. And of course, she brought her dog. So of course I have to take photos of her dog. This is the photo that I got of her dog. I love this photo. It turned out really great, totally unplanned. Just thought, you know what, let's try it. Let's have some fun with the dog. So, and then of course, the photo that I love the most of Ben here is that we took over here at Stanley Lake, which is just to the west of my house. Ben actually just lives around the corner. We met as the sun was going down. We got a beautiful sunset going down over the lake. I absolutely love this photo. It turned out great. Ben's a great model and was very patient with me as we were doing this. And so I love this photo. It's great. I'm also a big fan of doing small weddings. I love small weddings. They're just so intimate. You can take more chances as a photographer. You can get some really great shots. This is Taryn and Chris. Taryn and Chris had me shoot their wedding this year. And they picked Garden of the Gods down in Colorado Springs, Colorado to take their photos. I mean, come on, what a fantastic place to take photos. It was beautiful, it was absolutely beautiful. Here are a few of the photos that I took. My favorite photo from this wedding though, and there were so many of them, but my favorite one is this one where Taryn is walking down the sidewalk with her father. This is when they're approaching to go to the wedding. But it's one of those moments that, you know, is special in a father and daughter relationship. So I love this photo. I really do. I just love the rocks from the Garden of the Gods in the background. It's just perfect. I love this photo. And of course, in the fall, the colors change on those aspen trees. And it's so beautiful. I mean, come on. That's what Colorado is known for. We're known for our ski resorts, but we're known for our colors up in the mountains. I got a call from the Amperan family, and they're from California. They were out vacationing in Breckenridge at this time when the colors were changing, and they called me because they wanted to take some family photos, you know, with the fall colors. So I drove on up to Breckenridge, and, you know, a lot of times you want to go somewhere and you want to scout out a location. In this case, because Breckenridge is, you know, a good hour away from me, I couldn't really just run up there and check it out and see where I wanted to shoot. What I did was just show up a couple of hours early, stopped, had a little lunch at a nice place, and then drove up into the mountains. I'd done some research earlier, you know, looking at Google, checking out places, nice trails, things like that. And I had found one. So I went up there, I checked it out, and you know what? It wasn't going to work. I didn't like the looks of it. The trees were not that pretty. But on my way up to that spot, I had found this location. And it just looked like a really nice spot. So I went back to this location after I checked out the other one and just walked around. Took 10, 15 minutes and just walk around and looked for locations where it's going to turn out to be really good for the photos. This worked out wonderfully. It really did. It was right off the road. We were able to park our cars. We didn't have to walk very far in. Of course, the family photos are fantastic. I mean, it's such a beautiful family. But this little girl is adorable. I mean, come on, she's adorable. And so my favorite photo, of course, is this one where we have her just in the woods checking out the leaves. And she just loves the colors. And look at that face. She's precious. She's absolutely precious. And so this is one of my favorite photos from that shoot. This past summer, I got a call from Sheila, who lives down in Castle Rock. She wanted me to come and take some pictures of her dog, Kai, who was about to pass away. And yeah, it's really sad. But you know, she wanted to be able to get some really good photos of Kai that she could always remember and have with her at all times. And we took some photos of her and Kai, and then just some photos of Kai I love these photos, and Kai had so much personality, and you could see the effects of what was happening, but I think we were able to get Kai's personality and really show what a great dog. What a great dog this is. This is my favorite photo of Kai, and one of my favorite photos of the year, because I think it really shows just the gentle spirit of Kai and who Kai was. She was such a good girl, and you can just see that she's in peace, just enjoying her backyard. She's got her little bone with her. She lived a good life. She really did. Unfortunately, we did lose Kai just a couple months after that, and so I'm really happy that I was able to provide that service and get to know Kai. I mean, I only got to spend a couple hours with her, but she was fantastic. Another really good dog that I got to take photos of this year was Dagny. My really good friend Amanda hired me to take some photos of Dagny. This is her boyfriend's dog, and she wanted to get some photos that she could give to him for a Christmas gift. Fantastic idea. I love that idea. So we went out to Stanley Lake again, which is just west of my house here. We can just walk over there. And the sunsets are fantastic. You're right on the lake. You get to see the flatirons that are in the background. Dagny is such a beautiful dog. Lots of energy. So I had to shoot really, really fast because Dagny was just all over the place. And so we did get some really cool photos of Dagny. She's a beautiful girl. This is my favorite photo of Dagny that we took that night. Beautiful silhouette of Dagny against the sunset. I love that you can see like all the little bugs that are flying around. It's just all that little detail that's in there. I love this photo. And my final favorite photos of this year is of Keely the Corgi. Now, I have a pretty good story about Keely. So back in May, I had a photo booth at the Furry Scurry, which is a large fundraising event for the Denver Dumb Friends League, which is an amazing event. Go see it. If you're in Denver, go check it out. It's in May. Thousands of dogs running around all over the place. I had a booth there where I was taking photos of the dogs, and I had my flashes so that I could take photos, but I needed a dog to come and sit and pose so that I could make sure everything was working okay. I looked a couple booths down, and Sierra, who is Keely's mom, had a booth down the way, and I saw Keely. At the time, Keely was about 5 months old. Just a cutest little puppy. Of course, it was a Corgi. I mean, come on. So this is the photo that I got at the time of Keely. And this is just a test shot. I mean, Keely's so cute at 5 months old. Well, about a month ago, Sierra, Keely's mom, gave me a call, and she said, hey, Keely's about to turn 1 year old, and I would like to get some photos of Keely for her birthday. I went down to Castle Rock, Colorado, where their home is. I set up my studio space, and Keely helped me the whole time. You can see here we were setting up the lights and getting ready. Here is my favorite photo of that photo shoot with Keely. Usually I shoot with just 2 lights kind of straight on to really just kind of capture the dog. What I did was just turn one off. I moved one over to the side and up a little bit more. And then with mom off to the side so that Keely had something to look at. We got this beautiful portrait of Keely. Love the detail in the eyes. Really shows the personality of the dog and how happy Keely is. And I love this photo. So that's it. Those are some of my favorite photos from the last year. Of course, I have so many photos that I took this past year that I just love. I can't show them all in one video. So these are just some of the ones that really mean a lot to me and have played a special part in my life this year in 2019. Now to 2020. Last year was big for me. I started my photography business back in July, so I'm really hoping for a great 2020. I hope it just keeps going and getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I hope to meet so many more people that are out there and their pets and their families, and to share in their stories and to take some photos. So that's it. So here's to a great 2020. Let's do it right. Let's do it great. If you like this video, please like it down at the bottom. Subscribe to this channel if you want to. I would really appreciate it. And Please share this video with so many of your friends and family. I want to try to get this out. Let people know who I am and the types of photography that I do, and that I want to work with you. So here's to a great 2020. I'll see you in the next video.